The basketball court at the University of Virginia to the classroom at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Deborah Stroman has it all covered. Now this professor and sports business entrepreneur is about to take you to school. It's time for Dishing It Up with Dr. Stroman and the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
D-Stro, what's going on, Dr. Stroman?
Good morning, good people. How are you?
Oh, we're doing wonderful, wonderful. Good. Glad to have you this morning.
Absolutely. Were you all able to tune into the MLB through the app last night? I wanted to watch it, but I said I'm not paying for the app just for one night.
No, I was able to catch the replay of it all.
Oh, the replay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's no doubt that is news that's worthy for everybody who loves sports to speak of. But today, I want to talk about a comment that Lane Kiffin, the head coach of Ole Miss, said.
Ooh.
He said that you come out before the game or halftime with your team and you run out of the tunnel and it looks like a high school game playing in a college stadium. Now, mind you, this is peak SEC football time. So what he's talking about is college football attendance.
Oh.
As in when people do show up, as in they purchase their ticket. But when will they actually arrive inside the stadium, let alone how long they'll stay?
Yeah.
So what I want to open up with is, why is this happening? Why are people not purchasing a ticket, which is, I think, not so much the concern is when you do have a ticket,
right,
what's stopping people from sitting down in their seats and watching the game?
That's real easy.
Yeah.
What's your answer?
Tailgate.
Yeah, that is. Facts. Yeah. Tailgate.
But we've always had tailgates.
But no. We got tailgates with big screens now.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, you watching game day before you come in.
Right. You get HD TV. I mean, I'm talking about high definition is right there, 4000K. I'm talking about. 4K. It's like it's too easy. It's too easy. I mean, hell. I mean, you hear from someone who's done that many times. Well, I didn't even go inside. I got a media pass. They didn't go inside the game.
I'm trying to tell you. So think about this too, Dr. Stroman. You want me to pass up my seat watching it in 4K right now to go in to get a worse seat?
But that's the problem, though. I'm with Lamb on this one because even Nick Saban talks about it a lot.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah. And the halftime thing for Nick is just killing him.
Yeah.
Because he hates the fact that they leave at halftime.
Well, why you ask the question? Obviously, you may have an answer, may have your own opinion about this.
I do, and definitely going to jump to solutions and what's been done to try to offset this. But, Kiffin and others are saying to the young men, we just got to focus on the game. Because even though you signed here and you expected, to have 50, 100,000 people in the stadium, and you're not, we can't change that. Kiffin talks about, and Saban as well, how they pleaded to the students. Mm-hmm. They've asked the folks who buy the season tickets to get to your seat. But it's just weak attendance before the first quarter and before the third quarter.
Yep.
And so there are a few reasons. And certainly the television shows the personalities, having your favorite player now with a microphone providing analysis before the game. You want to hear that.
Yep.
And then I would say money. As in, a lot of people are talking about, even though the college football ticket isn't that expensive, and of course that's relative, because as we know, there are people who don't even know where their next meal is coming from.
Thank you. Yep.
But relatively, they said there's price gouging. Normally to go to a game in Raleigh or Tuscaloosa or Los Angeles, the hotels might be X price, $100 a night, $200 a night. But for football game weekends, the prices are over $300, $400, $600 a night. And restaurants and increasing their specials now are doubled at the price that they would be. So people feel that they're being priced out of the game, out of the college football weekend, right? Because generally, unless you're local, you're coming in Friday. And as we know, for some SEC teams and other big programs, you come in on Wednesday, right? And you just want to party all the way through until the game. Another issue, and people say that this might be the real issue, it's just that college football is not competitive anymore.
Interesting.
For example, NFL fans, they party too, but they stick around because the games are almost always in doubt until the final minute. You've got guys that you just don't know, especially you're seeing some of these amazing comebacks in pro. But in college football, by the second quarter, you know your team's up by 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. And what's the point?
That's interesting. I hadn't really thought about that part of it, but yeah, I think you're right.
Well, who wants to watch a game where there's no competition?
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the fact. So only half of most college schedules are even games where it's in doubt. And that's across the board.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's only half of most college schedules will be where you really don't know who's going to win.
Yeah. So it's tough filling up these gigantic stadiums in small college towns. The average attendance nationally has dropped for 7 consecutive years.
Is it also just the whole just the population or the type of people that goes to college now? A lot of people, because you can be on your phone watching the game. You don't have to be in the studio. You don't have to be in the stadium. You can be in the mall watching the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. There are so many other distractions or other things to do that today, as opposed to even yesterday or the day. You know what I'm saying? Several years ago, things are just different.
Well, yeah, and it's unfortunate because that means you're going to the game. That means attending the game doesn't mean attending the game.
That's right.
It's attending the festivities around it, because the game is secondary now to everything. Because I can see the game, like you just said, I can see the game on my phone.
Yeah.
But I can't see my alumni, my classmate.
Yeah.
I can't do all that on my phone.
Right.
And we used to say it was those warm weather cities with, there's so many other reasons to be outside and not in football,
California.
like, LA and all that.
Yeah.
But now we see it happening all across the country. All across the country. In fact, the average attendance in last year was about 40,000 people.
Wow.
And it was the lowest since 1981.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so
surprising.
people are paying attention. Okay, so here's what some athletic departments have done to combat it. First off, marching bands. They've tried to do more in-game entertainment, having marching bands be more creative, trying to keep fans engaged and present. Some say it's worked. I know in the HBCU world, that's been one of the key things to bring people to the state. So I don't know if the historically white schools can pull that one off.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to start making personalities out of band members. Get to know the band leader. If there's a certain person that really has a nice groove, let them start promoting them on social media.
That's
so people, I want to see Joe. He was really, he's a cool young man, Wi-Fi capabilities. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's interesting because K-Mac and I was talking about videos out there with Jackson State, and a guy in particular was talking about the drum majors there and how cool they are. So that's an interesting point you brought up. Right?
Yeah, turn them into influence.
Yes, there you go.
I would also say Wi-Fi has improved. I know Carolina has, gone around and around with trying to figure out how to improve their package. And this was when, I don't know if they're still with AT&T. I'm connected to the head of AT&T college sports marketing and, getting his insights. But I know many stadiums, UNC as well, have improved their Wi-Fi because there's nothing more frustrating than being at a game and can't, you only get one bar, right? So that has improved. I've been in stadiums where DJs were now hired.
Let me tell you something.
They make good money.
Let me tell you something.
That is the easiest fix.
Yeah.
For every last one of them, that is the easiest fix.
I'm going to tell you something that may shock you, Dr. Stroman. North Carolina A&T plays North Carolina Central, and Alabama plays Auburn. Which game you think that the DJ was impactful in?
Black school?
Not even
Nope,
close.
not even close. I went to the Alabama-Auburn game in Tuscaloosa. I was so damn tired of the game, like I went to the club. I mean, the whole time it was on. From the start to the end of that game, seriously. the whole entire time.
Yep.
And we commented at the Mayo Classic. Came back and was like,
this is horrible.
This is horrible. What are they doing?
I'm like, because you know how you have the lulls and see that's another thing. People they don't realize for this you watch it on television, but for the fan, right? You have to suffer through those media timeouts and all that stuff.
Yep.
So it's just dead. So in radio terms, it's dead air.
It throws you off, throws your whole rhythm off.
So what's the first thing you should do? It used to be at HBCUs.
Yeah.
The minute that whistle blows,
the band go. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't know if it's
or the DJ's doing something.
All of a sudden, I don't know if it's some kind of new rule where now the bands can't do it because this is like the third game that I've been to that the bands just sit there during time. I'm like,
you said that. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you not playing?
Right.
Like,
no, that is a good point. I selected the black schools because I thought you were trying to trick me.
No. I'm telling you, it was on and
it
popping.
was noticeable.
And then down in Charlotte, K-Mac and I was up in the press box talking about it. He's like, man, then when the DJ did play, he didn't play to his audience. Let me tell you.
There you go. That's the key. What music are you playing?
Oh, my goodness.
Not for the 60, 70-year-old person.
Right.
It was ridiculous.
I couldn't believe I said
the CD player, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You should say you should tell any person that says, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you 35,000 people. I need you to entertain them."
Right.
What's the first thing you think of?
Right.
Music.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
So Lane, I appreciate the comments. I mean, I get it, but the first thing you should do is give people a reason to be there. Like let's say have fifth quarter for in HBCUs, right?
Yeah. It's playing that fifth quarters when the bands hang around and they play
right.
Another round of songs back and forth to each other. Yeah.
And why can't they have zero quarter?
Yeah.
Right.
But see, this is black culture. What we're talking about is just like church. When church is over, the organist doesn't get up and leave.
We rocking.
Jamming, right?
That's why I want to get out to about 1:30.
They send you out of there right now. They send you out of there right.
Okay. Third quarter LED shows have been created. So again, entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some schools have a signature sing along. Like in Florida, everybody jams to Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down."
Yeah.
At Wisconsin, they literally jump around to jump around.
Yeah.
Right? And then some people are saying the most effective move, and this speaks to the tailgating, is now stadiums are selling alcohol in the stadium.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not just for the elites, the people who are in the blue zone and all of that. Now everybody can get it.
That's a good point.
And so this helps the fans who are trying to get their buzz on before the game, trying to get in one more beer, one more bourbon.
Yep.
And then they're late to the stadium. Instead, okay, now I can drink in the stadium.
Yeah, pregame. Get your pregame on.
Yeah, because
pregame. Look, get your pregame and your tailgate on inside the stadium.
Some people get their pregame on before they get to the pregame.
Facts.
I learned that from my daughters. Unfortunately, I just put it like that. I didn't even know that even happened. Look at Graham. That's some young people. They got their pregame before they get to the pregame.
Pregame before the pregame.
One thing, and Dr. Stroman, not to take away from your segment, but you'll find this interesting. One thing that NC State has done is they've incorporated an audio soundbite that plays in the stadium to the tailgaters in the parking lot, as letting them know that the pregame show is about to start, or letting them know, hey, if you want to go to the game, now's your time to start entering into the stadium.
Okay.
So letting them, so they're prompting people. They're being proactive.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. That's good. That's
very
good.
You know, you should start play the music, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then lastly, some schools, again, if you got the money, they're redesigning the physical stadium like professional sports where you have more party decks and standing room areas.
Yep.
Tennessee, they're looking at a north end zone social deck. And it has a modern day, you've got all the technology, the great screens. Instead of the days of just cramming everybody into a big stadium. No, you've got to be really, really creative. And
you got to entertain people when they're there too, as well.
Yeah.
They should do a poll on ESPN, a national poll.
What?
Which college game, which college stadium has the best DJ?
That's interesting.
Seriously.
Well, as in let the DJ have some tracks and hear the different sounds, because people don't have the money to go to all the different stadiums. But that'd be a nice contest. Maybe sports shops should start for the Triangle.
Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do.
Let's have a Triangle DJ contest.
That's what we're going to do. You heard it here first, so don't be stealing that because we already working on it right now.
That's right.
All right.
I misspoke. The sports shop is having a competition.
Yeah, we'll be a judge. That's right. These we'll have you in that conversation as well. That's good. All right.
I just want to close out with stadium size, and this always fluctuates, but NC State does have the largest with 57,000. Keenan Stadium over at UNC, about 51,000. Now, they did have about 63, but beginning before the 2017 season, they changed and went back down to 51,000 when they converted some bleachers to chairback seats.
Mm-hmm.
Duke has about 40,000, I believe, and NCCU, O'Kelly Riddick, has 10,000. So a lot of work to do to get people to sit in the seats and cheer on these young men.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's good stuff. This is very – I actually learned a lot today, as I always do when I go to class with Dr. Deborah Stroman. I appreciate